Hi, I'm King Art 70. Today's topic is how to be a good father. Okay, how to be a good father. All right. One way a man, all right, can be a good father is to lead by example or live by example. Okay, live by example. What is an example? Something that you follow by. Okay, it's a pattern that uh, anyone can use the tool or instruction how to lead by example. So what that means is, if you know something is wrong, you know it's wrong for you to do it, don't do the opposite. That means don't do it, don't go against the example that you're supposed to show. Okay. So you gotta let them know what they're doing is not right. All right. So example is something that you follow. It's a pattern to show you a way how to avoid things of getting in trouble. So a man who is a good father to his kids, all right, or his children, will lead by example. Okay. Example is something that the father will show his kids. All right. Look, don't do this, don't do that. Go get an education first. Stay in school. Don't skip class. Any question you have to ask me, feel free to ask, okay? Because what the father should be telling his children or his kids, when you asking your father a question, no question should be a stupid question, okay? Why? Because you asking your father, uh, what about this? Can I do this? And then your father should be able to answer that in all the best of his ability, okay? That's what a father supposed to do, all right? Live by example and lead by example. Right, set example. All right, let them know life is not peaches and ice cream. Life does not owe you anything. On there for you to achieve in your life, you must go out, go to school, just like any other kid did. All right, and go to college, get your degree, make something up yourself. Okay, and be a can-do type person. Okay, stay positive. All right, your father should be able to teach the kid to be positive. Stop being around negative people, because negative people always try to discourage your mind and your about. Okay, and the father's job is to encourage his kids. All right, to don't give up, keep going. Sometimes you can't get it all right all the time. That's why challenges is made for us to achieve. Okay, if you don't have a challenge, what good are they? Okay, it's good to have challenges in different part of your life as a young man, a young girl, as you go into manhood or womanhood, right, to achieve your goal. Okay, and as you learning, you build wisdom, you build understanding, you build an experience. So when you have kids, you can tell your kids and be that role model and that example as your father had lead by example, all right, that you should follow. Okay, now you say, well, that's the old days, but this is the new year. No, all right, you should live by example. Okay, the Bible even say, he that receives instruction is a fool. Okay, so learn how to accept instruction. All right, that's just like going out buying a TV you never had worked it before. All right, it's a smart TV. You never had this 4K TV. How will you learn how to operate it without reading the instruction? Okay, it may not seem as difficult or hard for some people, because some people can pick it up and say, "Oh, I had one of these before." But it's good to still read about a particular TV that you're not sure of. All right. So don't throw out those instructions. It's to guide you and lead you in the way so you can better understand the television that you're using. All right. So you can use the remote control and plus share with your kids or wife how to operate the television with the remote control. So the exact same way how a father should lead by example. All right. By being a good father, you lead by example. Okay. You set goals and boundaries. Okay, you let them know this is wrong. Don't get with a sleeve ball. Okay, don't get with guys that put their hands on women. Don't get with guys who manipulate. Don't get with guys who drink alcohol or drugs, whatever. Right? Everybody are different how they want to raise their kid. I never interfere with other people how to raise their kid. But if I see something that is toxic and wrong, all right, it's your job to step in and say, hey, look, this is not right. You don't want to be a part of this type of behavior and lifestyle. It can lead you in the wrong direction. All right. You can become an alcoholic, even though you will never tag as an alcoholic person. But you keep taking in liquor and beer or whatever you desire to do by hanging out with this person, it become a part of you. So that's why a good father would take the time out, okay, and teach his kids and lead by example. Okay, you must be an example. You can't lead by example if you're doing the exact same thing that the other people are doing. Okay, not everybody drink a little alcohol. Now the father might drink a little alcohol or whatever, maybe smoke cigarettes. Okay, now this don't mean he's not a good father. Okay, all right. But the definition of a good father is somebody who totally give the 100% attention to his kids. All right. So I got 8 things I'm gonna point out here tonight before I end this podcast. All right. I just want to elaborate before I get into the 8 things that a real father would do for his kids. All right. The book of Proverbs, chapter 23, verse 13 says, all right, it says, withhold not correction from the child, for if thou beatest him with the rod, he should not die. Okay, so sometimes a kid can get out of hand. A kid can be disrespectful to the parent. Now, this don't mean for you to abuse the kid. All right, that's a way to chastise the kid or discipline the kid without putting your hands on them, without saying hurtful words to the kid. All right, you just gotta uh, discipline them. You know what do you like to do the most? You like your PlayStation, your Xbox One, your iPhone, or YouTube or Facebook? Take that thing away, or disconnect the internet. Take the rattle down. Okay, that's another way you can punish kids. Okay, or chastise them. Okay, all right. Now, when Solomon said in the book of Proverbs, chapter 23, verses 13, withhold not correction. In other words, what he's saying is, when it's time to correct that child, don't change your mind, because the moment you change your mind, all right, without correcting that child, known good and well that child is wrong or what she or he did, all right, all you doing is giving that child the green light to go out and do it again. All right. So basically the kid received you as, okay, he did fuss a little bit, but he don't really meant what he said. So I'm gonna go out and do it again. All right. So Solomon's saying, when it's time to correct that child, all right, withhold not correction from him or her. Okay, when it's in the power of your hand to do it. So when you withhold correction from a kid, you basically telling them it's okay to do what you want to do, and I won't say anything to you. Okay, or I won't say anything to your mother about it. It's just between me and you. Just don't do it again. Let them know up front what you did was wrong and is unacceptable. Okay, all right. So if you beat him with the rod, it won't kill him per se. It'll help him know better and understand why not to do the things that your father would not have you to do. Okay. If a lot of people around the world, all right, I'm talking about the one that me and you living in today. If people follow God's word, all right, you can't go wrong. You can't go wrong if you follow the Bible. All right. Proverbs chapter 23, verse 13. The book of Proverbs 16:22 tell us foolishness is bound in the heart of a child, but the rod of correction will drive it far from him. That's Proverbs 16:22. Hello, Teresa. How you doing? Good night. Where you going? What do you mean good night? What's good? What's up? What's happening? How you doing on a Saturday night? All right. Thanks for coming in. Thank you for leaving a like. I appreciate it. All right. I'm not going to be here that long, about 15, 20 minutes. I just want to chop it up real quick. And I want to get into the discussion without being without any delay, a pause. Okay. So don't allow them to get away with things. Okay. Use the Bible as your tool. All right. To help discipline and set example to your kids. Okay. So I got 8 things I'm gonna point out to you tonight how a good father can be a good father to their kids. First thing is, all right, spend time with your child. That's very normal and very simple to do. All right, this is not a hard thing to do for any man of any color. Doesn't matter what color you are, whether you're white, black, purple, green. Okay, I am in bed, have a headache. Okay, I hope you feel better. May the good Lord take that headache away. All right, I'm sorry you got a headache. So you're a little bit under the weather. All right. So I ask God to heal your headache in the name of Jesus. It should be done. Okay. You just got to believe. All right. Okay. So the first thing I point out, spend time with your child. Okay. Never for a dull moment that you put your time in other things. All right. Such as football. All right. All right. If you're a man who always have your friend to come over, on Sunday night or Sunday evening or whatever to watch football while your child is in there, wish she can hang around with her father. Okay, that's unacceptable. Okay, all right. Unless the kid like football, then you should be spending that time with your child. Okay. Thank you, King. Oh, you're welcome, Teresa. I hope you feel better. Hello, my brother. I just have the flu today. I'm not feeling too well, but I will stay here because you want to run your playlist. Oh, thank you for running that playlist 24/7. That's what I'm talking about. 24/7. Non-stop. I appreciate it. Thank you for running the playlist. I appreciate you. How you doing tonight, False Prophet? We're gonna got a couple more days before the new year come in. So I hope you guys are ready for 2020 because I'm ready. Even when my other part of the body tell me I'm not ready, but I'm ready to go into the new year's with a new attitude, with a new approach. All right, I'm really wide open for the 2020 year. Okay. Oh, that's good. You good? I'm glad you're good. I'm glad you're good. Thank you for running the playlist. I appreciate you. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. All right. So the first thing is he needs to spend time with his children. Okay. You almost done with your watch out? Oh man, almost, not quite. Here's what I got now. I can show you right here. So far I got 3,500 and 3,528. Because I didn't make my anniversary, and I think YouTube sometimes take some watch hours away. All right. What gonna happen is in the month of January, it gonna restart me over. It gonna give me up until October to finish, but I think I'll be done by then. Yeah. Wow. Yeah. So it sucks. It sucks. Yeah, it sucks. That is so unfair. I would have had them done by now. YouTube took some hours from me. Yeah, they took some hours. I think they realized that hey, this dude will get monetized before December ends. So they did that on purpose. Yeah, yeah, yeah. So I see what they're doing though. But thanks for running that playlist. So I'm about maybe 450 hours away, I guess. All right, and I hope I get it. But somewhere in January, I'm pushing for January. So I hope I can get that out of the way, so I can move on and concentrate on the other channel. All right, I just want to get this channel monetized, and then I put up my content. Okay, I got you. All right, thank you so much. All right, for the first thing, a man must do as a good father is to spend time with your kid. That is the normal, basic thing that a man should do. Okay. Number two, as I said earlier in the beginning of this podcast, all right, discipline with love and positive parenting. Remember, I told you the book of Proverbs, chapter 23, verse 13 says, withhold not correction from the child. If thou beatest him with the rod, all right, he will not die. Proverbs 16:22. Withhold not correction from the child when it's in the power of thy mind to do it. Okay. All right. So it will drive it far from him when a kid act foolish, okay? And try to do Mortal Kombat video that will get you a lot of views. Yes, I am. I got another one coming out tomorrow, so I hope you're around to watch it. Yeah, I do got another one coming out tomorrow. A Mortal Kombat video. It does give me a lot of views. I gotta admit it. It I am going to post that tomorrow. I might do it tomorrow morning or something like that. Then I'm gonna go live again. Yeah, I'm gonna go live. All right. So I do got some Mortal Kombat video coming out. I do tonight. I gotta work on some more Mortal Kombat videos. I got some more combos I gotta make tonight before I go to bed. If I don't make them, then I'm gonna be up all morning, half of the morning, or I'm gonna have to get up early in the morning to make the combo before I even post them. So I want to at least get about 5 more done, so it can be about 5 or 6 minutes. I don't want to make it too long because sometimes make a video too long, people back out of it. Yeah, so it's good to keep it at a set limit. I say about 5 or 6 minutes is about right. Yeah, just brought it today, and it's so good now. I have a PS4 online. Yeah, I heard Stracker is coming out next year. Yeah, Stracker. I don't know how true that is. Yeah, I got MK9. I mean MK9 and MK11. Yeah. Right. So discipline the child with love and positive guard and parent. Okay. What is discipline? It's not to hurt the kid. All right. It just basically put them in a set mind where they don't act up in the public or around grown-ups or around you perhaps. They learn how to listen without being sassy, okay, without being smart and talking back, okay. So discipline them the right way, okay. That way, the Bible let us know in the book of Ephesians, chapter 4, verses 29. Parents, uh, provoke not your children to anger. Okay, don't provoke them to do something that they don't supposed to do. A lot of people don't realize being rude and disrespectful to your own kids can provoke them to do things that they don't normally would do. All right, that's why I've been asked to do this video. It's been requested by Living Your Best Life about a couple of days ago to do this video, so I decided to do it tonight. So I hope she watched the playback of this video. Oh yeah, thank you. Me and you could play with Junior and Coach. Yeah, that'd be fun. Yeah, I would like that. I'll let you know when I get everything set up, and then I send you my username. Okay. All right. So that's a way you can discipline your kids. All right. But the Bible also say, let us not provoke them to anger. All right. Let us not uh, be abusive to our own kids. Okay. The Bible also let the grown-ups know not to be a bully to your own kids, not to pick on them as though they are not your kids. Okay. You don't want to provoke your kids to do something that you never saw them do before, such as run away from home. All right. The kids can feel sometimes they're not being loved by the parent. The mother can have a boyfriend who's a bum. All right. Maybe he don't like her kids. You know, it could be anything. All right. So don't do that to your kid. So true, King Art. Thank you so much, Teresa. I appreciate you. Hello, Junior. What's good? What's up? What's happening? How you doing? All right, thanks for coming to the chat. I'm up here elaborating because I want to get this video done. If you got a man who doesn't love your kids, you better let him go. Okay, it ain't really worth having a guy who doesn't respect your kids. Okay, if a guy don't respect your kids, he don't respect you. Okay, that's as simple as that. All right. Uh, if he doesn't ref in your kids, get up in your kids' face and stuff like that, and being being disrespectful to the kids. You got somebody who's a sleazeball, and you got somebody who don't care about you or your kid. Perhaps he probably don't care about you how you pay your bills. Okay, so if you got somebody like that, you need to check yourself before you wreck yourself. Okay, don't get into something that you won't be able to get out of. Okay, these type of guys you want to avoid them much as possible. Okay, stop being needy and clingy and desperate to be in a relationship with a guy who doesn't want to pull his other weight. All right. Don't be in a relationship with a guy who don't want to help you, okay? With your bills, your home, your kids, a guy who doesn't show love as you show love to your kids, all right? He know what he was getting into. Why would you be mean and nasty to the kids when you know the lady have kids, okay? It's part of the deal. It's part of the package, okay? You can't love the mother and not love the kids. It's just not going to happen. All right, with any woman of any color. Okay, not all women will accept this type of behavior from a guy who don't have no interest in her kids. Okay, first thing will come out of her mouth. I got kids. I'm loyal to my family, and I'm close to my family. And if that's something that you're not into, then you can keep it pushing. Okay, a woman of confidence will tell a guy that in a heartbeat. I don't care how stable he is, how masculine energy he is. All right, it doesn't matter if he's not into your kids or to your family, and he's rude and he's disrespectful. You better check yourself before you move forward because you're heading for a lot of trouble. Okay, I'm just letting you know. And there's a possibility this guy can put his hand on you or try to put his hand on your kids or perhaps get into your kid's face. So if you got somebody who being a bully and try to discipline your kid the way you normally don't discipline your kids, you need to let him go. Okay, you need to check yourself. All right, and make sure yourself is in line first. All right, okay, don't do the discipline as he does. Okay, because them not his kids. Okay, them not his kids. All right, don't do that. All right. So the Bible said, "Provoke not your kids to anger." And you know why I'm on that. Why I'm on that subject. Let me bring up the book of Ephesians, chapter 4. All right, because some people think I'm just talking to be talking. The book of Ephesians, chapter 4. All right. Ephesians chapter 4. Let me get to it. Let me get with it. All right. Ephesians chapter 4. Okay. Let's get into it. And I want to show you what it says, not provoke the kids to anger. Okay. I'm going to show you right now. It said, don't provoke them to anger. All right. Let me find that verse. All right. Give me 1 minute. If I can find that. If it's in this verse, let me see. Give me 1 minute. I'm trying to find it. Okay. Let me see. Give me a minute. I think it's Ephesians 5. Hold on. Give me 1 minute. 1 minute. 1 minute. I won't quit it, but let's get with it. All right. Ephesians chapter 5. Give me 1 minute. Ephesians chapter 5. Let's get with it, and I won't quit it. All right. Let me see. I saw something. Give me 1 minute. It's in one of them. I think it's Ephesians 5:04. Let's submit. I think it's part 4. I'm sorry, guys. Give me 1 minute. Give me 1 minute. Hold on. One minute. Oh yeah, it was. I'm sorry. Ephesians chapter 6, verse 4. My bad. All right. Ephesians chapter 6, verse 4. Father, do not provoke your children. Instead, bring them up in the training and instruction of the Lord. Okay. And it says, Father, do not provoke your children to anger. Don't make them mad. Don't tempt them. Don't do something that will get them started them. What is starter? It means to do something that that actually going to make them upset. Like maybe talk down to them, maybe take something from them, maybe hit them with something that you don't supposed to hit them with. I know the Bible talks about the rod of correction. Maybe you embarrass your kid, right, in front of his or her friend, or maybe you embarrass them in front of you. All right, you say something that was very hurtful. All right, that could be provoking your kids to anger. Okay, don't do that. So the Bible say in the book of Ephesians chapter 6, verse 4, Father, provoke not your children to anger by the way treat them, rather bring them up with the discipline and instruction that come from the Lord. Okay, you have to show love while you discipline. Okay, you can't just uh, discipline them not showing love. Okay, and that will bring me to part two of my eight guides line how you should be a good father to your child. Okay, I said discipline with love and positive parenting. All right, that means you when you discipline your kids, you're doing it not because you hate them, not because they got on your nerve, because you're working 60 to 100 hours. No, you're doing it because it's the right thing to do. You want to bring them up in the right way so when they get old, they will not depart from it. Okay, as the book of Proverbs says, in the book of Ephesians, chapter 6, verse 4, tells us not to provoke our kids to anger. In other words, don't get them riled up. Don't get them upset and mad over something that you should have just handle the situation in a better form, in a godly way. Okay, that's what Paul is saying. But bringing them up in the nurture and the training of the Lord. That's what Paul told to the church of Ephesians. Okay, everything is done, is written for a purpose that the man of God or the woman of God must follow the ordinances and the command of our Father. All right. So when you don't do the things that God had instructed Paul to do, you will have problems. Okay, because you are provoking your kids in a way that you should not provoke your kids. All right, it's a way of how to handle things rather than throwing your weight around. Okay, you might own your home, you might own everything that you ever brought in there, but you cannot once you break that bind with your kids, and I'm telling you now, and I'm talking over experience, they will never be the same. Okay, they will never be the same. So I'm not saying let them walk all over you, but don't let your ego and your authority as such as well, I'm the man of the house and what I say goes. Okay, don't do that. All right, don't do that. All right, because what will happen is if you picking on your kid and you're a bully, they will remember that. All right, when they are successful, then I ain't gonna think about you. They're gonna go the other way. Well, my father always been a bully. He hated me. He never said I was gonna be anything. And so you can't blame your daughter or your son who don't want to have nothing to do with you. Okay, that's a hurtful feeling for your own child to say that about their father or their mother. Okay, don't do that. Okay, that's not of God. All right, that's of the devil. All right, all right. So verse 3, part 3, be your child's role model. Okay, be a role model for your children. Okay, don't be scared to be a role model. Some people say, well, I can't be a role model. However you want to be a role model, be the best of your ability. All right, you're not doing this to compete with everybody. You're doing this because you've been a role model for your kids 100%. Okay, you don't need a reward because you've been a role model for your kids. Let God give you that reward. Okay, at the end of this earth age of this life. All right. Hey, Smoke Joe, yo, Super Bro. That's right. What's good? What's up? What's happening? 100%. Yeah, I like that. 100%. Thank you, sir. 100%. I like that. Thank you so much. I appreciate you. I gotta come and check you out because I know you posted some videos as well. So thank you for coming into the chat. Appreciate you. All right. So be a role model for your child. Okay. Don't matter what nobody says. Yes. Thank you so much. I appreciate it. Yeah, thank you. All right, be a role model for your kids, and if you got if you got a woman who got kids, treat those kids as your own. Okay, if you love that woman, you would treat them kids as they was your own from birth. Okay, I got two stepdaughters. Well, they are my daughter now. They're no longer a stepdaughter, but they are my daughter officially because I've known them since they were little peanut. All right, and my son, I got a biological son that I love the most. All right, from my relationship, from my son mother. All right. And I love them a great deal. They will always be my kids. All right. I don't care how old I am. They will be my kids. And anytime they need me, I'm going to be there for them. Okay. I'm going to be there for them, whether even if they are successful. I will be there for my kid because I'm the only dad that they know. Okay. I have a wife and a little girl. Well, thank you very much. Yeah. That's what I'm talking about. Yeah. Yes. That wife and a little girl. God bless you, man. Keep doing what you're doing. May the good Lord watch over your family from all evil spirits and demonic and harmful to humans. May the good Lord watch over you, over your home, and God will. Okay, I believe God will, and we gotta believe that God can do everything. Okay, the book of Matthew, chapter 10, verse 1 said, "Behold, I give you power over all unclean spirits, and not by any means shall hurt you. They should be bitten by serpent and should not die. They should drink deadly thing and should not harm them." All right. Now, this is not saying to go out and pick up a live 6 foot rattlesnake. Okay, it's not saying to go out and try to cast out a demon out of a person. No good and darn well, you're not called of God to practice this type of behavior. What God is saying is because the devil job. Oh yeah, thanks. Oh yeah, you're welcome. The devil job is to convince you that your faith is not real. Okay, that's the devil's job, right? Because the Bible says in the book of James 121, the devil believed too. Okay, but here's the thing: quote that scripture as I just quoted. If you ever encounter something demonic, okay, quote Matthew 10:1. Okay, and you got to believe that the devil ain't nothing. All right, nothing but an instrument that God had created. Okay, and I'm just letting you know you have to believe with all your heart and all your soul and all your might. Right? Don't be scared of him. Your father got him. Jesus said the prince of this world is already judged already. Okay, so you don't have to worry about him. Our father have him. Okay, God got him. All right. Okay. So back into the lesson. Verse 4. Earn the right to be heard. Okay. Earn the right to be heard from your kids. Okay. Nobody, no kids don't want a father who's always bullying them. All right, and who being disrespectful. You got some grown people act like little kids. Like if he's in a relationship with a lady, and you got some guys will be mean to the lady kid when she's not around, but when she's around, he doesn't do these things. Okay, that's sneaky. He being sneaky. Okay, that's called manipulation. All right. So if you're a real father to your kids, or if you're a stepfather, uh, earn the right to be heard. Okay, how that can come about? You treat those kids with respect. You don't be mean to them. Okay, I know it get hard at times, but you do love the mother of the kids, right? So you love the kids as well as you love the mother. So have the right and earn the right to be heard from your stepkids. All right, treat them as though they was yours or they are yours. Okay. Now watch what happens. I got two daughters, two daughters. Right. I'm not the biological father, but they listen to me. Okay, they listen to me very well. All right, and I don't be mean to them. I talk to them, and then they ask me a question. I try the best of my ability to try to tell them. And plus my son. Okay, you have to be you have to earn the right to be heard. All right, and when you earn the right to be heard, okay, all right, they respect you more. Right? Why? Because you had earned the right to be heard of your own kid. Why would I be earning the right to be heard? Now, why some people say, well, why this don't make sense? Why should I earn the right to be heard? Because it makes sense. Because you respect her, all right? Even if you are the biological father, and that is your biological daughter or your son, all right, have the right to be heard. So what I mean by this, that mean when you have a problem, when your kids have a situation, all right, they know they can come to their father without their father yelling and screaming and telling them to leave me alone. Okay, that's their right to be heard. All right, they know when they come to you, they know you're gonna have an answer. Okay, all right, they know you're gonna have some kind of answer for their question. All right. So be a solution to your kids' problem. Okay, be that solution. You need to be the problem solver. Okay, well I can't solve all problems. Do the best of your ability. All right, you are their father. Lead by example. All right, don't provoke them to anger, as the book of Ephesians says, chapter 6, verse 4. All right, lead by example. All right, number 5, be your child's teacher. Okay, be your child's teacher. Is something that he's struggling in school, or it don't have to be school. It could be something in the natural point. Daddy, how do I put this together? I like to make a bench. Can you show me how to make a bench? Daddy, can you show me how to drive? Daddy, can you show me what a laundry department I must put this liquid in for our clothes? Daddy, can you help me program my smart TV? Daddy, can you help me figure out this part of my lecture of my project? Okay, anything. It could be anything. Okay, All right. Number six, eat together as a family. All right. Always eat together as a family. Okay. Never separate yourself from your kids and your wife. All right. Always eat together as a family. You are a family, right? So why don't you eat together as a family should eat? Okay. All right. Don't separate yourself because of that. All right. Eat as a family, and that's what family do. Because family eat together. Okay. Always eat together. Number seven, read to your child. Okay. Whether it could be a book, it can be the Bible. Encourage them to read. Reading is fundamental. All right. Read. Encourage them to read anything. All right. Let them read nonfiction books that make sense, books based off a true story. Let them read the Bible. Let them give them knowledge and wisdom. Okay. Teach your kids to read. Don't be scared to teach them how to read. Okay. Number eight, respect the other parent of your child. This is very important. This is very important. And a lot of relationship I know of have other people who are not the real father to the kids, all right, to the woman's kids. They disrespect the kid's mother, all right, out of disrespectful because they can. All right. Always have respect for the kids other have. Okay. All right. Respect the other parent of your child. Never disrespect the kid's mother in front of them. Okay. If y'all go to talk, wait till the kid's not around. Don't yell. Don't scream. Don't call her names like B. All right. Don't call her the bitch word and all that stuff. That's not a man. All right. A man don't call a woman a bitch in front of her kids. Those type of man is a sleazeball, lack of respect, and disrespectful. All right, don't do that. All right, that's not acceptable. All right, if you're in that type of relationship, women with that kind of man, you need to check yourself before you wreck yourself. Okay, don't allow a man to disrespect you first of all and disrespect you in front of your kids. You need to nip that in the butt, and I mean right away. All right, don't say, "Oh, he didn't mean it." And don't make excuses for him. That's what I'm saying to you. Okay. Don't make excuses for any man who disrespect you in front of your kids, and plus disrespect you in front of your kids as well, or disrespect your kids, or disrespect you in front of the public, or in front of your family, your friends, your besties, or just in general. All right. Don't allow this to happen. If you allow this type of rule and happen into your relationship, you don't really care about how your relationship to turn out to be. You don't want this type of behavior from the other guy who's so called supposed to be your other man or your other half or whatever you want to call it. Even if you did marry this guy, all right, and he's rude, he's disrespectful, and he calls you names in front of your kids. All right. Don't let that happen. Okay. Give me 1 minute. Don't allow that to happen to you. Okay. So, hey, hey, no, you called me, right? All right, I'll be over in a minute. I'm live. I got people waiting on me. Okay, let me hurry up, finish the live. Okay, now when I get done with the live, it's in the car. I take them out before I bring them upstairs. Okay, bye. Sorry, guys, my son. All right. So anyway, that's rude. Answer phone. So anyway, don't let a man disrespect you in front of your. Don't let a man disrespect you in front of your kids. Don't let a man do this to you because what kind of example you showing your kids? All right, you letting your son or your daughter know it is okay to allow a man to yell at you in front of your kids. It's okay to allow a man to disrespect you and your kids as well. Okay, it's okay to allow a man to act like an a-hole in your home, even if you are married to him. You don't have to put up with that nonsense. Okay, Y'all two supposed to be one flesh. Okay, as the Bible said. Genesis chapter 2, verse 24. Therefore, a man should leave his father and his mother. This twin should be one flesh. Okay. It didn't say for a man to act like a bully, a man to be controlling freak. It didn't say that. Right? Those stuff is up to flesh. All right. That's why Paul told the Corinthians, 2 Corinthians chapter 6, verse 14, be not unequally yoked with unbelievers. For what light have to do with fellowship? And what light have to do with darkness? You have nothing in common. Okay. You don't have nothing in common. All right. All right. So you need to check yourself before you go further and proceed in a relationship that you know it will be a toxic relationship, to the point where this man is not going to respect you, right, at all. He probably don't want to help you pay the bills, but he gonna try to act like he's the man of the house. Knowing good and darn well he's not the man of the house, but he's being a bully and manipulation. Okay. So therefore, check yourself before you get out of hand, and check yourself before this dude hurt one of your kids. All right, both mentally and physically. Okay. All right. I'm telling you now, check yourself before you wreck yourself. Don't date these sleeve balls. Okay, leave these sleeve balls alone. If he don't want to work, you need to get rid of him. You need to get rid of him, all right? Because you don't need a man being in your home who try to act like he's the boss, but he don't want he barely go to work, calling out because he don't want to go, because he know you got a good paying job, perhaps, maybe, and he take full advantage of you. That's not a real man, all right? That's a boy, all right? That's a boy who just want the woman to take care of him, and at the same time, he try to be the boss of the house. That's not a man. The Bible says, if any man cannot take care of his own household, how can you come and do the things of God and try to take care of the house of God? You can't. All right. The Bible says you deny the faith and you are worse than an infidel. What is an infidel? You worse than an unbeliever, a person who doesn't even go to church at all, a person of the world. Talking about a brother, so called, those who say, I believe in God, I got the Holy Ghost, and yet you are doing the unthinkable. You're not taking care of your home. You're not treating your wife with respect. You're not being nice. And you're not bringing your kids up in the nourishment of the Lord, but you're being a bully, and God doesn't like it. Okay, and I don't like it. All right. I don't have a hell or having to put you in, but you can rest assured God doesn't like it. What did it say? Husband, be obedient to your wife. Respect your wife, that your prayer will not be hindered. God will stop listening to your prayer. He will put on closing ears, and he will put on deaf ear, and he will not listen to your prayer. Okay. All right. And that's all I got for y'all. And I hope y'all enjoy the Good Father podcast one. I might be doing a podcast two, all right, on the Good Father, because I think this need to be taught. I think this need to be broadcast out a lot. You know, people talk about relationship and stuff. I talk about relationship, and that's good and all, but I think this need to be talked about among women accepting sleep balls to be in their household and treating their kids wrong, treating her wrong, and all that kind of good stuff. I'll probably be doing some more of this podcast. The next podcast about be a good father. It'll be a pre-recorded video. All right. It'll probably be about 5 minutes long. All right. So I'm gonna break it down to like this is part one. This is a lie. After this, it's gonna be a repeat, all right, or a replay, whatever you want to call it. But I'm gonna do part two to part about how to be a good father. It'll be a pre-recorded video. Okay. All right. And I got another video coming out, but I can't tell y'all what it is. All right. So bye for now. I'll talk to y'all tomorrow. Don't forget, Mortal Kombat is coming out tomorrow. Uh, I think it's Jax coming out tomorrow. All right, coming out tomorrow. So make sure you stay tuned. Make sure you have on your buttons. All right, because it's coming out tomorrow. Thank you all for watching.